Hello and welcome to Nagaland TV. This is your anchor Lima Lima. Aur apnan somonike swagat kore sar ekbar NLTV la first episode that is Good Morning Nagaland. To ami han itu Good Morning Nagaland bra ami han alak kori ne bulletin de loi jai. To India national to Good Morning episode bi shuru kuru karne isor la Bible verse pra hi ami khan shuru kurubo.
I praise you, God, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Psalms 139:14.
Well said in verse 113. Imam Bhabla Janai Allah say, Isor apni ke moe fearfully or wonderfully muike apne ba banai dia bra apni ke praise kriye se condition. Isor ramyan ke ekta fear ekta ramyan ke digna se to Isor ke amihan aza kro bole. Aru tla kore Isor ramyan ke to sundur banai gina se wonderfully banai gina se amihan ke in and out. Utu karne Isor ke amikhan sob feelings na utu bhalla feelings, biala feelings, bhoila feelings bi thakia bra. Isor ke press crash gune mabalba Psalms la book of Psalms te janai dia la se. So now we shall proceed to our next segment called Think Positive.
He who has never learned to obey cannot be a good commander. Aristotle.
So well said by Aristotle. Taipra kushe kun manu ekta bhal commander hobola se taito kotha manu lage ko kine et likhi na se. So ami khan bi amena life te ekta bhal commander ko to manula manu ke age lui jao parala manu ke command kro parala kwanishna eta bhal commander hobo gole first nijor do amian obedience shikibo lage ami han obey kro lage ko kini bi iman balba Bible verse aro think positive pra iman amen ke lighten up krushi amela mood ke ar ami han ke learn bi krushi ki inika bi thake ko kine. So ita amela third segment as always our top headlines. So let's jump to our top headlines. Rahul Gandhi meets a delegation of Congress leaders, including State Congress Chief K. Theri from Nagaland, to discuss strengthening party and organization in the state. Delegation raises the issues of electronic voting machines, advocating the removal of the EVM system of election and replacing it with the ballot paper system. Nagaland Building and other construction workers Welfare Board signs a media partnership agreement with Kohima Press Club and Directorate of Information and Public Relations for Media Fellowship. Government of Nagaland modifies 25% reservation quota to include Tikir tribe with immediate effect 25% of all categories, both gazetted and non-gazetted. Posts under Government of Nagaland set to be reserved for persons belonging to 7 tribes from the district of Mon, Tuensang, Kifri, Longland, Noklak and Shamator. India and Netherlands signed 4 agreements on the sidelines of President Ramnath Kovind's state visit to the Netherlands. Kovind and First Lady Savita Kovind are on a visit to Netherlands from April 4 to 7. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky instructs government to formalize the cessation of Ukraine trade with Russia. Import and export operation between Ukraine and Russia have been completely terminated since the start of the conflict. So as always and like always, Amikhan Idamiana next segment that is print preview essay, and we use a local newspaper that is Morning Express. IB Amikhan do Morning Express ki likhina se Amikhan sabo. So viewers, apne hala top screen day you have already seen that it's Morning Express, the power of truth. So before I go into details, moi apne hanke hala Morning Express la front page laga ami apne ke headings or headlines kan purai dibo. The first thing is Tikir tribe included in Naga Reservation quota. And the next is 18 months deadline for mainstreaming of SSA and RMSA teachers expiring on April 18. The next is Nagaland reports 1 new COVID-19 cases. And the fourth is Lima London Longcamera wins Indian Responsible Tourism Awards 2022. The next is, as always, like we know, it's petrol diesel price hike again. So I guess this will be the 15th or the 16th raise as of now. And PCC takes up EVM issues with Rahul Gandhi. Promoting public interest, and BOC WWB signs media partnership agreement with IPR KPC. And the next is advisory on financial cybercrime and fraud. So these are the headlines from the Morning Express. So my first puri diwo mun thakiya TQ tribe. As we all know that TQ tribe it got recognition from the state government that TQ tribe ekta Naga Jati, Naga tribe kukine jani wo kukine, and now they have got this reservation quota, and that's a good thing. So let's look into details. After that, I'll explain it. So the taking cognizance that the TQ tribe is an educational and economically backward tribe, the government of Nagaland has modified the 25% reservation quota to include the TQ tribe with immediate effect. A notification to this effect was issued by the State Chief Secretary J. Alam on March 23, stating that 25% of all categories, both gazetted and non-gazetted, posts under the government of Nagaland would be reserved for persons belonging to 7 tribes from the district of Mon, Tuensang, Kifri, Longland, Noklak, and Shamator. The tribes include Chang, Kamyogan, Konyak, Pom, Sangtam, Tikir, and Yumkong. Yes, Madhukan, when we look back to our history, not only the Naga history or not only the Indian history, the world history TV, there are like certain classes of people. Ami high school, high secondary, ami kan lesson puriyatamte, kitab puriyatamte, we have learned the classes of people, means tahla jatila majatibi surname can be niga thake kuina ami jani ase. So not taking down tahan ke nichire means backward asingna kon hoy as per this one educational and economically he backward ase ko ase tahanla tribe kenya kon holbi educational because tahan recognition pula bana pala pan hoy ajigali hi tahan nia khulia pura hi tahan educational holibi economically holibi tahan dola backward tribe asukinde janai ase utupra tahan ke state government ba 25% reservation quota. That's a very good thing. 25% reservation quota dishe aru tu ekla to TQ tribe ekla no holibi TQ tribe ite notun formation notun jati form hoa pra tahan ke TQ tribe immediate affected dia ase holibi ete notification J Alam ba March 23 janai dishe ami hala state secretary chief secretary J Alam pra Kushi ki 25% of all categories, both gazetted and non-gazetted, of the under the government of Nagaland were belonging to the 7th district. Yes, 7 tribe from the district of Mon, Tuensang, Kifri, Longland, Noklak, and Shamator. Iduhan ke inlinga 25% reservation dikina se tahana jati khan do ase Chang, Kamyogan, Konyak, Pom, and Sangtam, Tekir, and Yumkum. As we have already mentioned these in our headlines, and itabi amian janai ase. So that's a good thing. Manukhan to utilize Kurbarwab towards the education, towards tahana economic, tahana infrastructure. That's a good thing because amikhan ge iniga. Because Naga Manubi, Amikhan ST Chulai. So we have like so many benefits as compared to other people, other tribes, other states. Amikhan Bishi, iniga quota thaka, reservation quota thaka, no lebi Amikhan ge iniga facility khan dia pra, Amikhan utu facility to, Amikhan dia itia, Amikhan kiniga paikina se itia itu pa samaite Amikhan utilize ko lagina. Because we never know, because the world is growing, and moreover, India vi man pace to grow krushi or ita Nagaland bi Amikhan sai se. Just apart from the infrastructure and the economic growth, chhadi kine alag sai shugule Nagaland bi man bari ase. To iniga government khan inga dia damde we have to utilize this na bhal ba utilize koshigule to Amikhan karne bhalo future karne kuikine ida janai dese. So the next headlines moi jawo thakya to Nagaland reports 1 new COVID-19 cases. So as we all know that looking back or looking at some states or some district of India, mon saishikule do alag states kan TV, I guess it's Karnataka na Uttar Pradesh TV tahanpura like itu COVID restriction asa pata diche, even wearing of masks tan hatai dikina ase. Holebi ete COVID laga report amian jani ase thik iniga COVID laga cases to kitia bare kita khatam hoy amian jani ase to bhal pura holebi amian pratok niju ke safe rakhibo karone amihan maintain kor lage SOP han maintain kor, even though government pra iniga kud nai SOP chulawole kam nai protocols chulawole kam nai kulbi, it's all for your benefit. Apni khan khali COVID bimar ba dhurakla no hol because of pollution, because of different flu, because of different fever or different viruses that may transmit among each other, among other conditions me can be hoshar rakhibo lage. IV reports te ki disha me sabo. Nagaland on Wednesday reported 1 new COVID-19 cases, pushing the tally to 35,478, a health department official said. Of the 250 sample tested for infection, only 1 was found positive. The state now has only 8 active COVID-19 cases. That's a good thing. The whole state of Nagaland have only 8 active cases of COVID-19. So while 33,227 people have recovered from the disease so far, the officials said. The COVID-19 recovery rate now is 93.65%. The coronavirus death toll remains 759 as no fresh fatality was reported in the last 24 hours, while 1,487 patients have migrated to other states so far. The officials say Nagaland has reported 0 coronavirus cases in the last 3 days. So, Nutun ekta COVID positive through out of 250 sample tested. Our it of the Manu Murala Khabor Kaku and I really Manu Murala Khabor 759 yes and a short crugine channel yes. The next we have Lima London Longcomer wins Indian Responsible Tourism Award 2022. Lima London Longcomer has won the Indian Responsible Tourism Award 2022 IRTA under the category Grassroots Heroes. The award this year celebrates individuals and organizations who are leading the restart of tourism by reimagining their business, infusing technology and innovation as best practices and weaving it all together under the umbrella of sustainability. Working for sustainability, it's really good. So it is now 6 years. The IRT, that is the Indian Responsible Tourism Award, stated on its website that it is proud to be the flag bearer of travel that is gentle on the earth and invested in the growth and happiness of the local communities across India. And we believe our role of celebrating and supporting path breakers and leaders surmounting all odds remain as important as ever. Lima London Longcomer has been actively involved in the promotion of responsible tourism since 2002, at a time when the whole concept of tourism was still relatively new. He strongly advocates that all tourism activities should be carried out in a sustainable manner and is also known for his conservation initiative for forest and river system. On winning the award, he said, "I wasn't really expecting to win, but it is a privilege and an honor for me. But most of all," he says, "it is motivation not only for me, but the whole team to keep doing whatever we are doing." He is currently the convener of the community tourism activity at Mopung Chuket, his native village where he was born and brought up. Towards this end, he also stated that everything that he does is community-based. We encourage community participation because the benefits should go to the community, he expressed, while reiterating that Our principle is that the community should benefit and we make collective decision. Even the word he puts across is a good for the community as a whole. A lot of people are working hard, and when there is some recognition, not that we want, it motivates you to do better, he said. So iman bhal pura itu Lima Yandan Longkumer ekta sir ekta pratai pra to Indian Responsible Tourism Award GDC 2022 holibi. Before that, before the name tourism, the tourism amihala pradesh de 2002 pratai shuru kurala se Amian check crucially 2002 it was very new for us. The tourism nolibi to responsible tourism responsible IRT nolibi to tahala exact naam to ite kiba dot nai olibi itu tourism la sector aru itu nijer laga promote kurubole odu thakia do bishi rutun thagise ami hana pradesh te holibi tai pra eniga initiative lagine tai do to award pauli laisate initiative lon nohor holibi to promote the community, to bring the community as one aru manon ge help kurule manon ge promote kurule tai to karne khulishe aru see. After all, after 2002 to 2022 the award pa the kiman bhi bhal lagta ase because of his good deeds aru itia do iniga sal ba chuling na ase, and I hope that manu khami taige saina tala footsteps sangine ekta appreciate kurne age bi aru ekta bhal manu ekta olagine iniga hi jabo goine akha kore ase. NPCC takes up EVM issues with Rahul Gandhi. So, Nagaland Pradesh Congress Committee NPCC delegation has raised the issue of electronic voting machine EVMs with Rahul Gandhi, advocating the removal of the EVM system of elections and replacing it with the ballot paper system, stating that EVMs have derailed democratic election. It has been stated that EVM bra into democratic election to derail kudikinase. NPCC President K. Terry stated in a press release that crowds do not betray result in the past, but in recent times crowd no longer matters. Issues also do not matter. It is only money and EVMs that win. Okay. So the NPCC President K. Terry Bakushe crowd to iman matter no crowd shajigale holebi. What matters is that money and the EVMs. Itu hi jite kuini jana lasem. According to the release, the delegation pressed Gandhi that the two state-run EVM manufacturing company are under the thumb of BJP. So he even elaborated regarding this EVM system and Tabakusheki EVM manufacturer krala company B is under the thumb of BJP. So the nation is also aware that almost 90 lakhs EVMs are missing. EVMs are not businesses or food. However, these missing EVMs are found in BJP leaders' house, cars, trucks, etc. The purpose is to change EVM control units and to tamper with the EVMs. The NPCC also stated that the Election Commission of India (ECI) argument that EVMs are tamper-proof and cannot be overwritten. It is also betrayal, as mock demonstration proved that EVMs can be removed or reused. It said that EVM engineers are appointed by the EVMs company for all returning officers and the engineer come 3 times before counting. Okay, so 45 days before election to set the EVMs during filing of nomination to set candidates' names and symbol, wherein EVM's numbers are also declared for a polling station, and 10 days before the counting till the counting day when they release EVM from strong rooms with magistrate. In this regard, NPCC states that these engineers are company engineers who knows all the codes as they own the software. So pointing out to BJP, Taipura Kushe, ki idu EVM machine kan the first is it is manufactured under the thumb of BJP. The second point is that The EVM machine can be seen in minister's house, minister cars, minister so-called belongings. And then Arothaibra next quarter, it takes 45 days before election, comes time before counting, 45 days before election to set the EVMs. Aru 10 days before counting till the counting day when they release. So EVM numbers are also declared for all polling stations and 10 days before counting till the counting days when they release EVM from strong rooms with magistrate. In this regard, NPSC baru janaishe ki idu engineer to EVMs banala engineer company engineers ko they all know the codes because ami EVMs te ami an para vote dia dam de obviously light khando jule ni ado kure holibi idu khando obviously engineer mobile banao para manu para hi jane mobile bitore ki ase ki no mon common man khando na jani thakibo lutaiba ko do EVMs la idu engineer khan company engineers khan ta the code of code jani ase atanu to para tan misuse kure ni kwala ase to some claims that EVMs engineer are also BJP bhakt. As such, EVM's manipulation is possible, it claims. So, manipulation of EVM is so common, further stating that the NPSC has moved for removal of the EVM system of election and for use of the ballot paper system. The old system, the ballot paper system, Chulabi, are removing the EVM system. And then the release stated that the party has also suggested one-day polling with counting on the same day. One-day polling counting the same day while adding that appointing of EVMs engineers should be stopped and training of officer should be taken up instead. Rahul Gandhi assured to take up the issue with appropriate authorities. The release stated while adding that the NPCC would not give up till the trust in democratic election is restored. So, Taipra two issues to Rahul Gandhi la discuss kora ase Rahul Gandhi bi paratok taibi tula upor appropriate authorities khanode batchet korine solve kurwa aru NPCC that is Nagaland Pradesh Congress Committee prabi idu bhal idu trust in democratic system election nuchulatok tahan tula upor do authorities khan gi tahan do janai thako give up nukuri gine tahan gi janai thako korine janai diase so yate pura hi ami hanla Morning Express laga local Delhi analysis to samath hoise. So dear viewers, now we have the fact of the day. So let's learn from the fact of the day.
World Health Organization was established on April 7, 1948.
So World Health Organization was established on April 7, 1978. So World to alji laga date shuru kurala establish kurala se kogine World Health Organization kogine janai se so ita ami khan laga last segment amian samath hoise so amian du alag nukra gide mohan aibi ami khan weather update sabo check kuru aru ki hoise ki noise tua janu aru apnan ki request kurse weather update to side bi kogine aru yate prahi ami khan la good morning episode samath kurse signing off Ravina Lama.
New YY Dynamite Instant Noodles. It's extra spicy. Taste that will blow your mind.
इदु तेंग तो निको टच ब्रांड लगा हुआनाय होले आजि अपनी लगा हार्टी एकता भी बजिबो थाके नाय दे ईश्वर के धन्यवाद दिबी इतो निको टच लगा ब्लो मो तेंग